Good morning, class. Welcome to St. Peter's School. This is a science class, and in previous class, we were discussing about the two types of forces. That is, one is balanced force, and one is non unbalanced force, or you can say non-balanced force. So, before beginning the class, I would request all the students, please take out your books and take out page number 12. Okay, and why we are discussing about these two types of forces? Because we are studying now what are the three Newton's laws of motion. So Newton has given a three laws of motion, and on the basis of three question arises in his mind. What was the questions which is given on your page number 12? You will see a static object does not move without the application of force, and the force which is sufficient to lift a book from a table is not sufficient to lift a table. Fruits on a tree fall down when its branches are shaken. So these all are questions which arises in the Newton's mind, and finally he concluded that there is three types of three laws of motion in our nature. So, to understand that, first of all, we understood what is actually the force. What are the types of forces? When you will see the first clause, it's written here: a static object does not move without the application of force. Now, what is force, or what are the types of force? So, force is nothing. It's a you can say it's a amount of energy you put on any object which is in rest position is called a force. Okay, so now what you will see, as we already discussed about the balance and unbalanced force. Now look at the video, you will see that laws of motion I have written here. So first of all, Newton gave three laws of motion that describe the motion of bodies. These laws are known as Newton's law of motion. Okay, as it is given by Newton, so that's why it is known as the Newton's law of motion. Second point, they describe the relationship between the forces acting on a body and its motion due to those forces, and that is the reason, first of all, why we understood why what is the difference between balanced force and unbalanced force, because later on we will require this. Third is the three laws of motion were first compiled by Sir Isaac Newton in his work Principia Mathematica, first published in 1687. So three laws of motion was first of all, when it was compiled in 1687. Newton used these law to explain and investigate the motion of many physical objects and system. Okay, because earlier what we are studying at earlier we are studying that what happens, what are the elements we are going to find when when the body is moving. For example, if the body is moving with a uniform motion, if the body is moving with a non-uniform motion, in that case how to calculate the distance, how to calculate the displacement, how to calculate the acceleration, how to calculate the retardation. So this type of element, how can we find? We are studying about this, what are the equation related to that. So we have found about all those equations. Now what we are studying, now we are studying actually how motion occurs. मोशन होता कैसे है, फोर्स से होता है, फिर ये फोर्स कहाँ से आता है, फ्रॉम वेयर इट दिस फोर्स कम, whether we put the force or is something there is already a force in our nature present, that is called gravitational force. So such type of question arises in the Newton's mind, and that's why he concluded three laws of motion. He given three laws of motion. So first of all, we will discuss about the Newton's first law of motion. So Newton's first law of motion told us that the first law of motion is stated as an object remains in a state of rest or a uniform motion in a straight line unless compelled to change the state by an applied force. Now, suppose if the body is moving with a uniform motion, means like suppose it is moving with a uniform motion, but what happened, what happens, it will remain in a same motion until and unless any external force will try to change it. मतलब अगर मान लो कि हम यहाँ से let's suppose we take one ball, and we you try to accelerate the ball with some speed. एकदम धीरे से बॉल को आगे बढ़ाएंगे, it will move slowly only. And suppose somebody came and hit the ball in between, what happens? Suddenly, ball will move faster. So that is the reason, and that is the thing what Newton's first law is saying, that until and unless there is an external force is not applied on the static object means rest object, or the object is moving in a uniform motion, there will be no change in the motion of the object occurs. Okay. You will see that here written all objects resist a change in the state of motion. So all of this resist a change in the state of motion. It means that all of this try to be in a rest position. हमेशा कोई भी ऑब्जेक्ट खुद ब खुद नहीं मूव करता है, वो हमेशा स्टैटिक ये पोजीशन में रहना चाहते हैं. As we all know that we living things always we can move from one place to another place, but non-living thing cannot move from one place to another place. They don't have legs to walk from one place to another place. So, so it is considered as the all the objects wants to be always in a static position, or you can say that they can't move, they stay at one position only. But the tendency of undisturbed objects, whether they are at rest or moving with a uniform velocity, is called inertia. Okay, now a very new term introduced here. What is inertia? Inertia is nothing, it's a stored energy which is stored in any body which is in a rest position. किसी भी बॉडी के अंदर मतलब एक ऐसा कंसिडर किया गया, वी आर गोइंग टू कंसिडर लाइक दिस दैट एवरी बॉडी इज हैविंग सम एनर्जी. सपोज इट इज नॉन लिविंग थिंग ओनली, एनी ऑब्जेक्ट, table, pencil, copy, rubber, whatever, any example you can take, any object, glass, plate, whatever it is, any object, if you will take na, so it is considered that every object has some energy inside it, and that energy is known as inertia. उनको क्या बोलते हैं? Inertia. It's a stored energy, or you can say potential energy. Okay, so hence the first law of motion is also known as the law of inertia. That's why it is also known when like once the term inertia is defined. So in during the when Newton was discovering the Newton's first law, he also introduced the term inertia also at the same time. So it is sometimes it is also known as the law of inertia. Greater the inertia of body, greater will be the force required to bring the change in the state of rest or uniform motion of the body. Now, what is trying to say that greater the inertia, inertia is stored energy. For example, suppose there is a pencil in front of you. If you want to move a pencil from one place to another place, what will happen? Pencil is very thin in size, right? बहुत पतला होता है. So it has a less amount of energy. And suppose there is a table, table you want to shift from one place to another place. So, what do you think? Same energy you will require to move, push the pencil, or the same energy, more energy you will require to push the table. We all know that we will require more energy to push the table because table is bigger in size. So we can understand bigger in weight. Also, you can say like this कि वजन में भी बहुत ज़्यादा होता है टेबल पेंसिल के कंपैरिजन में, एंड साइज में भी टेबल पेंसिल के कंपैरिजन में बड़ा होता है. सो मोर stored energy is present inside the pencil, or more energy is present inside the table. Yes, more energy is present inside the table, so there will be more force required to move that body. So same thing it is saying here, that greater the inertia of the body, greater will be the force required to bring the change in the state of rest or the uniform motion of the body. Okay. Now, second point you will say here, mass is the measure of inertia. Now, don't take a size as a measurement. Take a mass always as a measurement. For example, क्यों मैं ऐसा बोल रही हूँ कि मास लेना है, साइज नहीं लेना है? बिकॉज सपोज देर इज अ थर्मोकोल ऑफ बिगर साइज, बट हाउएवर थर्मोकोल विल बी ऑलवेज लाइटर इन वेट, राइट? सो देर इज लाइक हम थर्मोकोल को इजिली बड़े से बड़े साइज थर्मोकोल को हम गिरा सकते हिला सकते, राइट? बट टेबल अगर उससे भी छोटा, if we will have a smaller table than a thermocol big thermocol board, what will happen? We will require more force to shift the table only. So what I am trying to say you that don't consider size, just consider mass. Mass is nothing, it's the inertia of the body. You can say like this, that mass is the measure of inertia of the body. So heavier objects have more inertia than lighter objects. Okay, for example, a ball of 2 kg has more inertia than a football, and it takes more effort to kick a 2 kg ball than it takes a kick to kick a football. Okay, two, 2 kg ball and has more inertia than a football, and it takes more effort to kick a 2 kg ball than it takes to kick a football. Football is more heavier than a simple normal ball, we all know. So it is shown here that football require more force to push them, while 2 kg ball will not require the same force. Another example is even a small child can push a toy car. However, an adult also can't push a loaded vehicle forward. Okay, this is also car, and this is considered this is also a car, but the adult cannot move this car because this car is heavy in weight than a toy car. So it is considered that the body as the body will become heavy, it will require more force to push it. So Newton's first law of motion gives us definition of force, and it says that force is something that changes or tends to change the state of rest or the uniform motion of the body. So during the Newton's first law, it is also derived. The definition of force also derived, and it is it and force is considered as the something that changes or tends to change. Tends to change मतलब try करता है change करने को, the state of rest or uniform motion of the body. So today I'm going to end the class here only, because and we already have covered what is balance and unbalanced force and what is Newton's first law. Newton's first law is given in your book on page number 12. An object continues to remain at rest or in a state of uniform motion along a straight line unless an external unbalanced force acts on it. Okay, and in next class we will study about Newton's second law. So till the time, just keep revising all the points which are already studied in this chapter. So till the time, take care and bye bye.